Suspected bandits have attacked Waje community in Danko, Wasagu local government area of Kebbi state, killing 15 farmers and injuring 3 others. Now, the state's deputy governor, Senator Umar Tafida, led a condolence visit to the district head, offering words of comfort and financial support to the grieving families on behalf of Governor Nasir Idris. Describing the gesture as a modest show of solidarity, Tafida pledged continued government support. District Head Honorable Bala Danbaba praised the visit and called for stronger security, noting the area's vulnerability due to its proximity to Niger, Zamfara and Sokoto states. The local government chairman confirmed the casualty figures. For more on this security situation in some parts of the north, I'm joined by a security and cyber risk expert, Mr. Egar. Welcome to the news, Mr. Egar.
Good afternoon. My pleasure to join you this afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, can you tell us what does this attack tell us about the current state of security in Kebbi, Kogi, and nearby states?
Well, the situation in Kebbi has been there. I think it's been growing. Even from last year, we have been looking at the scenarios in that state. Because of, it's like they have a leading access from other northwest regions to that area. And I think that is affecting the community. You will take, for instance, Kebbi has been very much involved in farming and production of rice in this country for the past few years. And some of these activities that are coming in, I don't know, I think the strategy these people are using is to ensure that they discourage kind of livelihood in Nigeria, especially in the north, where we have some of these things coming in. So the situation in the north, especially the northwest, has not been favorable, has not been good at all. But we still see that the military are trying their best. In Kogi State have been on the watch list for a long time. Their acts are always violent. Now, from the analysis of where the elderly statesman in the state or the local government was carried, the James was taken, we will analyze that if an attack takes place in the comfort of my home, so in this case he was taken from his house, I can say that that's a planned attack. It is a planned attack from insider with the outsiders doing their job to get that man, whatever they have, they want to get the ransom from him. But if an attack happens like in a farmland or in a place where you are just on your way to somewhere, it is always attributed to your own carelessness. But in the case of this James, it was a planned attack. And so when attack continually repeats in a particular area, we will say that there's a weakness. There's a weakness in that area. Probably there's a collusion by some individuals that try to make that place very uncomfortable.
All right. Now, speaking of weakness, you know, the weakness being in a particular area, is that the reason why you think bandits keep attacking places like, you know, where James was taken, that's Okoloke? And what does this say about how well our security is working in some of these rural areas?
The rural areas, like in one of my suggestions, I think the government is even doing something about it. They have to incorporate these vigilantes. There's no how the police can meet up. There's no how the military can do it alone. They don't even have the technology to monitor these areas, especially in their bushes, their forests. So they have to integrate these community people, train them, take a good biometric of these individuals, and then give them details on how they need to collaborate with the government forces. This is how they can properly police their environment. Community policing is essential at this point that we are. The police cannot have the manpower. The military won't have the manpower. So the community heads have to mobilize. They have to organize their own security, government of the day in their states, and begin to train these individuals, do background checks on them, and then give them tasks. They know their forest, they know their terrain, they know how to gather the intelligence, they know the newcomers, they know people who possess it. threat in the individual. They have all the information. So we don't have to leave this community. They have to engage community leaders as much as the government is involved fighting from the higher level.
Okay, but Mr. Edgar, some people actually say that some of these soldiers are harassing locals instead of protecting them. How can the government then fix this and make people trust the security forces?
I think that has to do with the discipline of the military itself. They have their code of conduct, they have their code of discipline. And so if they get all of this, there should always be a channel by which they can report this kind of confidential information to their line. So the community should have this way of reaching out to the government. But I believe that every well-trained soldier, they are disciplined in terms of these violations.
All right. Now, just before we let you go, what can governments do to stop kidnappings and killings, you know, especially of elderly traditional rulers like Pa Dada James?
Well, I think they have to enhance their own private security. It's very essential. Most of these leaders of today, especially the community leaders, they all depend on government. I think in the past, where we had no government, there was a way at which people provided security for themselves. Let in their own little community, let them organize the youths and have this surveillance on themselves. So the community leaders should build on their own, should enhance their own security, and then the government forces like the police can train them. They should send the people that want to protect them to the government like the police. They will train them and return them to protect them. I think this attack on them is getting too much. Something has to be done. They can't probably detail police officers that are very engaged to be with them all the time. But they have people in the community that can do it for them. So, but they need to be trained. They need to be trained on their conduct.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Augustine Egar, for joining us and speaking on this.